What is up, good people? Jungling here, hope you're doing well. It was good to see XRP partaking in the bull run festivities today. At one point, we were up over 18% on the day, and it happened quickly. For a large cap crypto, this sucker can move with the best of them. Selling off a little bit, we're sitting here at 13.5% up on the day at 69 cents. We'll see if this continues, but know this. Premium cryptocurrency, it's going to perform over the course of this bull run. It's just a question of when. Outside of that, Bitcoin looking strong, up 4% on the day, sitting at $71,689. Ethereum also up 4.3%, just a tad over 4,000. Other big winner on the day, of course, was Avalanche, up about 15%, getting past that issue they had with the network outages. Still a premium layer 1 smart contract blockchain. I'm sure it will perform well, again, as we continue here. As you set up your board, you have your investments that you think have the most value, let it play out. Everything's not going to run at the same time. That is okay, but if something is a premium crypto, it's going to do well. We see this article here I want to talk about a little bit. XRP Ledger AMM activation can have a positive effect on Ripple and XRP. This is my opinion. If you really want this to have an effect, you need really two things on top of this. You need a good stable coin, not a GateHub IOU. No one wants that sucker. We need USDC. We need Tether or some very significant stable coin on the XRP Ledger. You're going to have something that you put in those pools. And beyond that, it can't just be XRP and a singular stable coin. We need some other interesting assets. Now, these could be assets that are built on the XRP Ledger or that are bridged over. Either one of those would work. But if you get that, now you have a really great place to trade value. Low cost, high speed, we understand all that. This could be a mecca blockchain trading. But they need a couple things beyond just simply AMMs. I don't think that's going to be good enough. You need a stable coin, at least one, if not multiples. And then you need some other interesting assets as well. But, I think you're going to see more building with this capability. Because without that, you go, you know what? Yeah, there's a DEX, but it's impossible to build up any liquidity. The AMM, I believe, will solve that over time. It's probably going to take some time to get that volume up, get those trading pairs going, get some interesting assets on the ledger. And there are some right now. There's some really great projects being built. We need more. We need a lot more. And I think that's coming here in the near future. SEC, radio silence on Ethereum ETF, not a good sign. So we look right now, the SEC, they're not talking to the issuers that are trying to get that ETF for Ethereum across the finish line here. If you compare that to Bitcoin, they were meeting all the time. They were revising their applications, giving tons of feedback. And we see senior Bloomberg ETF analyst says there's a chance of an Ethereum ETF approval, but it grows slimmer every day that the SEC maintains its radio silence. So quite different from that we saw with Bitcoin here. It's going to happen. It's going to happen eventually. Whether you have Ethereum or not, you want this to happen because that's going to open the gates for the rest of the altcoin space. Just a matter of time. But how long we have to wait, that's really the question. A lot of people were hoping we would get approval in May, but it sure ain't looking like it. When the SEC is not working directly with these issuers that are trying to get that Ethereum ETF listed. Not a good sign. Speaking of Ethereum, we have the Dencun upgrade coming in 2 days. Why it matters. This is the most anticipated upgrade since the merge. It is set to ship in 2 days, promising to significantly reduce layer 2 transaction costs. So there are so many transactions on Ethereum, so much going on that now layer 2s are becoming quite expensive as well. The more scaling they do here, we see demand almost just close that gap almost instantly and prices start rising. I think at some point in time, this is going to happen even after this. It's a stopgap. It'll help things in the short term, but long term, I don't think that alone is going to take care of things. And we see here, this hard fork incorporates 9 different Ethereum EIPs here, all in one upgrade. And gas fees on the Ethereum mainnet have risen as of March 5th to a level we haven't seen since May 2023, where an average swap would cost users $87 in gas fees. And NFT trades were $147. So things are getting quite expensive. You want to do transactions in a reasonable manner? Well, you have to go over to those layer 2s, but then of course, you're giving up on some of the decentralization. Problem in its own right. SEC, in court with Coinbase again, SEC's reason for refusing crypto rulemaking doesn't cut it, says Coinbase. Coinbase delivered an opening brief in the United States Appeals Court, arguing that the SEC should be forced to engage in rulemaking. I don't know if this is a realistic thing. I mean, regulators do this all the time. They don't want to comment on stuff. They kick it off to the courts to let the courts decide. This isn't special to the SEC. It's really a miserable circumstance to be in. You have real businesses, good businesses like Coinbase that want to follow the rules. They just can't. But this is not uncommon. It's unfortunately kind of the way the world works. But they're asking the court to force the agency to begin a long overdue process to make rules for the crypto industry. Worst case scenario, they'll keep losing in court, and these judges will make those classifications for us. It's a longer process. It's unfortunate, but it may be the way things go until we get actual regulations. We see here Bernstein is now more convinced that Bitcoin will hit 150,000 after massive rally. The thinking is, the market's running so far ahead of the happening. We're ahead of schedule. Of course, it's going to be way bigger. I'm always a crazy bull with cryptocurrencies. I think we're going to go to untold heights and values. But, you don't know. This could be quite different than anything we've seen in the past. Be ready for everything. But from where we stand right now, man, these spot Bitcoin ETFs have been a huge success. It's just the beginning. And I think we have great things on our horizon. I have no price predictions for you, though. Last time I was absolutely shocked that Bitcoin didn't pass 100,000 and that the rest of crypto didn't have more growth as well. I thought it came up a little short. Now, was that because of the Three Arrows Capital clowns and the Dencun and all of those people? Could be. They might have, cut our bull run short a little bit. But then again, I'm just not really great at predicting prices. So I'll sit in here and see how things develop. But right now, we're looking good. We will see what the future has in store for us. Let me know down below what you think. And as always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.